you got a beautiful son.
Yeah. JJ.
You got 9 years.
9 years.
That's
He a 9 year old.
Yeah. Damn, time flies.
Yeah, sure does. 2010.
You just came out of high school type shit. Just about.
Yeah. No, I actually just came out of jail.
Yeah. But that was like the years of like the end.
It was the end of high school, but I didn't go back to high school because I already got my GED while I was upstate. So I was like, and then just had a kid like right as soon as right out the gate, man.
How did you manage to keep the gang life away from him? Like
I don't know if I did.
You don't know? You think he knows?
I'm sure he does. I don't introduce my son to the violence shit. You understand what I'm saying?
You do?
I don't introduce him to the violence shit. I also don't lie to him. Like, I don't go to his face like, oh yeah, look, your dad's in the gang and shit. I tell him like, I tell him about my life. I keep it real with him. Like now he's at an age where I can speak to him. Okay. So I feel like I could reach him different.
Okay.
So yeah, I don't at first it was hard. It's hard. It was hard. I'm 20 years old. I'm heavy in this shit. I'm knee deep in the fucking in the streets, and I'm also learning how to be a dad. I'm still learning how to be a dad. Like I'm better at it obviously now and shit, but at that time I'm learning how to be a dad, not knowing what a dad is. Yeah. So it's like
but you knew you had to be there though.
Yeah, that was a fact. That but you'll get like once you have a kid, you feel like
not everybody.
Everybody.
There's some abandoned dads out there.
There's a lot.
They still lingering around.
There's a lot, but I feel like, I don't know, for me, like I said, I got a different mentality. Yeah, I got a different mentality. Like I know I had to be there, but I also felt like I wanted to live a lot of my life. I was still trying to catch up to live a life a little bit more and be the street nigga and shit still, and then be a father, and then it was just like, the two can't really go together.
Yeah.
You gotta find a balance in between and some shit. It's like, all right, I wanna go smoke weed with my niggas and drink and do dumb shit, but damn, I gotta come back home and carry this baby and feed him and shit. Like, change the diaper, and it's like, fuck. It was a hard adjustment and shit. It was a lot. So I was just like, it just took a lot. It took a lot. Like even still to this day, like I still balance it out and shit. Like, for me, it's just more like, it's more how you father. Like I learned that for me, fathering is, you got to be there mentally, emotionally, of course financially, but more importantly, like you just got to be there. Yeah. You just got to be there. That quality time means the world. So it's like, it's more
quality time.
I'm still a crip ass father. I'm just a crip ass father. That's really what it is and shit. I'm a crip ass father. I'm not cripping. I'm not necessarily wearing 30 crates on my neck with a bandana while I'm with my son at the park. I'm not calling for that attention while I'm with my son. However, niggas know me. Niggas know what it is and shit. Like, oh, yo, it's cracking, blah, blah, blah. My son asked me a couple times, like, yo, why you call everybody cuz?
Cuz. They're not your cousin.
They're not. It's like, everybody's your cousin. Everybody's your cousin.
They
but,
family.
And I'm like, and I like, to cut it short, I'd be like, yeah, everybody my cuz, man. You know what it is, man. Dominican shit. But whatever. But then it's like, shit like that. Like, oh, why you always say it was cracking? Like, he pick up on certain shit. But I tell him, like, I explain to him, like, yo, this is my lingo. This is how I talk. Once you get older, I'll give you a deeper explanation as to why.
Yeah.
You're too young to understand for me to tell you, yeah, your dad joined the gang and this, blah, blah, blah. But it's certain, I keep it real with you to the point where I feel like you can understand, you can comprehend and shit. And I also teach you certain ways and shit, like, So yeah, like I said, like that, then I had to find that balance. Once I was able to find that balance, it's like, cause, I just, do what I do and shit.
Fathers, man. Fatherhood ain't easy.
It's definitely not, cuz.
Look, I'm not a father, and I feel it, and I can tell. It's just,
it's
tough. It's
a hard job, man. It's a hard job. It's a forever job. It's a forever job.
You like, you think about it. It's like you're a human being, right? You're finding yourself, right? You're trying to better yourself.
Yeah.
Now you brought a kid to this world, and now you kind of like pause. You gotta pause yourself as far as like. You don't have to pause, but you know what I'm saying? Like, now you got to do some sacrifices for...
You got another that's what...
Now, you're not fully developed. You haven't found yourself completely yet, and then you got to develop another...
Yeah.
It's like, oh, snap. That's tough.
That is, bro.
Because you're not 100%. And it's like
I'm still trying to, I'm still learning. Yeah, I'm still learning. I gotta mold him. I brought you into a world that I'm still trying to figure out and shit. Like,
which a lot of times is you don't.
And that's why.
It happens, you know
and that's why, honestly, I think that's what leads to fathers walking away, or like mothers being like negligent, or like parents being negligent to their child. I think it's like overwhelmed by the fact that they too young. They out here like we got
an excuse though, but
that it's not. It's not an excuse. It's a fact. It's a fact. A young mother that you know what? It's not. It's people. Listen, a young mother or a young father, or people too young, teenagers have a kid. They still kids themselves.
Right.
You know, they still growing up. So now you're forced to grow up right away. You have no fucking choice. Now you have a responsibility. If you give up your responsibility on this kid, you have failed that kid. And you, as a natural person, whoever, depending on who you are, you don't want to fail that kid. I didn't want to fail my son. So it's like, yo, I got to get this job. I can't be out here selling all this weed and shit. I got to go find a fucking 9 to 5. I can't be in the streets all day. I'm like, yo, my niggas want to chill. I'm like, yo, I can't chill, man. I'm on daddy duty. I got to do daddy shit.
It's tough, man.
And it sucks. Yo, we at the party. We got the bitches. And like, you know, you got all this influence, all this temptation and shit. And then you want to like, fuck, nah, I got to be a dad, cuz. I got to be a dad. I don't give a fuck. At first, I gave a fuck. It bothered me. It was fucking with my ego. It was fucking with me. Like, I did not want to, like, not that I didn't want to be a father, but it's like sometimes I didn't want to be there. I wanted to go outside and hang out. I wanted to go do dumb shit. Like, I'll take my son and push him in the stroller outside, and I'm outside chilling on the park bench with my friends and shit, just so I could be in the mix, because I miss that. I yearn for that, until I realized I can't be having my son around this danger. I can't be having my son around this bad vibes.
They see everything.
He was young. He was sweet. Whether he sees and observes, I'm talking about like the early 2-3 year old and shit. Like, you know, it's just like, it's just like kids move around too fast around that age and shit. You never know, like, fucking jump in the middle of the street, or fucking somebody start shooting. Like, you know, it's like, you don't want them in a bad environment or in a dangerous environment that brings them bad vibes, because they gonna absorb that energy and shit. Like, nah, so I kept my son away from a lot of that shit. And, you know, when I do bring him around, he around. I'm not gonna act like I never did, because all my homies know my kid. They know it's like, yo, nigga, I'm a father. Like I said, I'm a man first. I'm a man. I'm a father. I mean, all that gangster shit, that shit comes second. But that's there. Like, you know, but I'm a father. I gotta be a man. I gotta be the best example I can be for this kid. You know what I'm saying?
He's growing up to be a smart young boy. I see that.
He's smart.
I see what he did with the project and all
Yeah, that kid's smart, man. Shout out to him, bro.
Kids nowadays, yo, I don't know how to explain it. Again, I don't have a kid, but it's scary, bro. They growing up too fast at a fast pace.
Yeah, technology, bro.
Technology has a lot
Technology. We in a fast-paced society,
it's bugged out, man. Yeah. It's like, it worries people like me that don't have kids. Like, damn, should I bring one to the world?
You know what? If you bring one to this world, well, I was telling Cuz yesterday,
not that I don't want to. I do want one.
You gotta, I feel like you grew up in the 90s. Install the shit that you grew up with into them. You know how to play with toys. Have an imagination. Build your imagination. Be creative. Don't fucking be.
Yeah, here's a tablet.
Here's a tablet. Don't think that your best influence, because so you got to learn how to interact. Take him to the park. I take my son. I take him to the park. I'll be like, yo, go make friends. Go make a couple friends today. Go out there and play. Play tag. Play whatever. Get involved with these kids. Fuck your phone, bro. You're not playing on your phone. Can I take my phone now? You ain't No. Put your phone. You see your phone when we go back upstairs. But my son's good at that. He knows that. Every time we go to the park, go make friends, bro. Yeah. Make your friend for the day.
You know, it bugged me out. Like, I don't know if you remember, I put this on Facebook. I put a video of, like, years ago, like probably like 5-6 years ago, maybe even 7, with my siblings. It was snowing, crazy, like almost a blizzard type of shit.
Okay.
And I remember back in my days, when it was snowing, that's fun.
Yeah,
like,
you want to go out there and play, like tackle somebody into the snow and shit. Play some football. Yeah.
And I was there, and I was actually I was visiting them when I was at my grandparents' house, and I seen it was snowing crazy. I'm like, yo, son, we out. Like I'm already I'm an adult. I'm like, what, 20, 21.
Yeah.
So I don't need to be doing stuff like that. I'm like, yo, we out. Let's go. So I'm excited.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're like, nah. And then they both on their devices. So I'm like, yo, like, are you listening? Come look outside. They look like, what? Like, I'm like, yo, we out. Can we just go? Like, I'm the one begging them, like, as if I'm the kid asking my
Yeah,
asking
like,
my
can y'all
grandparents,
take it? Like, can y'all take me outside? Yeah.
So it's like, yo, we out. Come on. Like, nah, I'm just, yo, it's snow. Yo, you know what they told me? Yo, it's ugly outside. I'm like, oh, nah. So what I did was, I'm like, yo, we out. I had to force. I felt bad. I'm like, damn, but you're not gonna regret it. Come. We out. I had them dress up. And the 5 minutes we were there, right? We playing, I'm slamming them, playing around, boom, they throwing snowballs at me and all that.
Yeah.
They was all laughing smiles.
And they like that shit.
Boom. Now, if I would have never forced them, if I would have never cared enough to be like, yo, we out.
They would have never had that experience and shit.
So that's why I feel like kids are so tough. Like, you gotta be tough with them.
You got to.
Because if I, like, by the first 10 seconds, they would be like rejecting, like, nah. I would, like, a person that don't care, I would be like, what up, man? Forget y'all.
Yeah.
I would have just, I don't know, kept watching TV or be on my phone or whatever.
Be on your, like, get on the same type
and not care.
Yeah.
But for you to care, nowadays, you gotta be on them.
Yeah, that's a fact. You gotta be on top of that.
And then look, it turned out to be a great outcome. It was like, look, they had fucking fun. That was the whole point.
That was a good thing.
You know what I'm saying? So we all know, man, that fatherhood ain't easy, dog.
Nah, it's not. But shout out to the good fathers out there.
Shout out to
the good mothers and shit. Shout out to all the kids out there, man.
The kids are the future, y'all.
Yeah, that's
Treat these kids right. Show them the right way.
Show them the ropes and shit.
You know what I'm saying? Even if you might have done something bad and they seen it or they heard it, talk to them.
Yeah,
like,
talk to your kids,
talk
man.
To, yo, listen, what you saw is misunderstanding. Look, this is that. Talk to these kids, man, because if you let them just wander around, think of whatever they want to think, they could think God knows what. They don't know nothing. You be like, damn, I didn't know he was thinking like this whole time.
That's a fact.
You ain't have a conversation with him or her.
That's a fact.
So, damn, this was a good talk, man.
Hey, for sure, man.
Good talk, man.
Good conversation.
I learned a few things from you, man. I hope people that are watching learn.
I hope so too, man. I hope so too,
so,
man.
I want to end like this. So you, besides the rap thing and you being a father, stuff like that, what else you got cooking up? Like, what?
Shit, well, talking about cooking up, like, I got like a couple things cooking up. I be in the kitchen and shit. I be doing my thing in the kitchen. I be doing my thing in the kitchen and shit.
So you don't be culinary vibe or?
Like, nah, I'm just I just like cooking for my loved ones and shit, man.
Okay, okay.
I'm like, you see, I learned from the grandmas. I learned from my grandma and shit. Yeah, and I just be cooking. I be cooking for my family. I be cooking for my son. Like, I cook every other day.
That's one of your skills.
Yeah, it's one of my best skills and shit. Other than rapping, cooking is like one of my. Shit, try to come back for. I'm gonna give you a sandwich and shit.
Hey man, I'm always down for food, man. I'm a foodie.
Shit. But like other than that, like I got my merch cracking and shit. I'm gonna start doing my merch and shit real soon.
Okay,
for CR1 and shit. The brand.
Okay,
Certified Real One. CR1.
That's the name of the clothing company.
That's the name of my brand and shit.
Certified Real One.
Certified Real One. Y'all see it real soon. This shit CR1. Got the shirt and everything.
Watch out for that.
Be on the lookout for that. I got my project Chapter 6 coming out early next year, man. I ain't sure on a date. But trust me, it's early next year.
Was that mixtape vibe, EP vibe?
EP, nah, it's gonna be a full project.
Okay.
It's gonna be a full project, probably like 10 to 13 songs.
Can't wait to hear that.
You know, yeah. We in the recording process of that. I just dropped a video not too long ago. Check that out. It's Mitchy Rollin, AB2. It's on YouTube and shit, man. Check that out. It's a dope song.
Yeah.
The audio's not out yet. I just want to put the visual out so I can more or less like create a vibe, create a buzz and shit. More people can like catch on and shit and just see me doing it. And then then I'll throw out the song and shit. But yeah, more or less that's it, man. You know, like just been working, recording. We in the recording process. Gonna keep grinding, stay dedicated, you know.
And I expect to see by next year you on another level.
I hope so. Yeah, I hope so. God willing, man. I'll be up there. I'll be even more further. Every year I get further. Every year I feel like my grind. I apply myself to my grind. I elevate further. You know, further, make more money and shit. And they getting paid for the shit. So it's like feel good. Like, you know, I feel good. Good, humble.
So to end this off, I want to end this off real right, man, with a positive note. Being that the kind of background you had, the kind of childhood you had, and you know it was rough. Then you know, obviously now in this day to date, you turn the negative to a positive. You know what I mean, with a lot of things. So, a message to the youth for those that are thinking about joining a gang, the ones that are in the gang already, the ones that trying to rap or trying to be someone in this world. You know what I'm saying? Especially in this beautiful city of New York City.
My thing.
Like, what do you got to say? What's the message you got for them?
Be yourself. Don't be a follower. Don't follow don't think that joining a gang is like the thing to do. You know what I'm saying? Before you do it and shit. I don't know what it is like for the kids now trying to join the gang because it was 2 different type of times and shit. However, it's like, be you, man. You don't need nothing. You don't need nothing. You don't need nobody and shit. Never be afraid to chase your dreams. Stay dedicated. Apply yourself and keep grinding and push yourself. Don't ever, ever stop believing in yourself because a lot of people won't give a fuck about you or what you're doing. They won't care. You got to care for yourself. You can't worry about if the next man's caring for you or if the next person is going to validate what you're saying and shit. So, you know, go out there and chase your dreams and make it happen and shit. You know, and if you're going to join a gang and shit, be smart. Learn your consequences. Learn what it is that comes with that. Because there's some bad consequences that comes with that lifestyle. So as long as you're aware of what comes with it and you understand the degree of that shit, then and you willing to go with it, go with it. I mean, go with it and be real with it. I mean, don't fake the funk. Like, just be real to what it is that you're trying to do. Don't ever try to do something just because the next man is doing it. Be real. So if you want to join the gang, learn your consequences. Do some history. Learn where this shit come from. Understand what this shit is really about. If you're going to chase your music, learn your music. Learn something. Apply yourself. Dedicate yourself. Don't give up. You're going to feel discouraged. Like I said, you got to go insane to be sane. And go crazy, but go crazy and have fun with it. Always have fun with it and shit, you know what I'm saying?
Heard that. All right.
For sure.
Thanks again, man. Thanks for your time.
Thanks for having me, man.
Conversation.
Yeah, man, to the next conversation.
To the next one.
To the next one, man.
Word, man. See y'all next time.
Thank you.
To my homies on the block hustling, gotta watch out for them cops, my nigga, see safe. To my homies locked down in the pen till I see you again, my nigga, see safe. We take a risk to get rich every day, gotta get it how you live, my nigga.